Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Walt, and it's my lovely wife Charla, and you're here with Mindful and Meaningful with Walt and Charla. So today we are going to talk to you about our experience in Orlando. We were there for 20 weeks in a one-bedroom apartment. Me, Charla, our two boys, and yes, a dog, in a one-bedroom, one-bathroom apartment. Was a great experience. But we wanted to just talk about Orlando in general for our first time on our first travel assignment. So I'm going to let Charlotte take the way, and she can talk about some of the things that we did, our experience in the apartment, and our lovely tenant upstairs from us.
I don't remember.
Have at it.
I don't remember the tenant upstairs. But anyways, so like Walt said, this was our first assignment, and it was a new experience. Everything was new for us. We had never traveled. We knew very little about traveling. And so Orlando it was only 2 hours away from home for us. So
Yes.
That was perfect. It was the perfect first assignment,
Yes.
that we didn't
Absolutely.
have to be away from home too much. And, just during the week, and then on weekends we would come home. Most weekends we would come home if I didn't have to work.
Mm-hmm.
So we took the contract, and first, I guess we should start with our housing. We were in an area in Orlando called Lake Underhill, and it was a very nice area. It wasn't far from downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And we got in our apartment, and we seen how tiny it was, and really. It didn't bother us too much. It was a nice upgraded apartment. It didn't bother us at first, but it was a nice upgraded apartment, and we were excited. We were excited to be starting a new journey. I was going to be working at a new facility, new hospital, and so
first time experience.
Yeah.
So before we dive into that, we would like to ask for you to subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions in regards to travel nursing, anything regarding just travel in general. Post them in the comment section, and we will reply, because we love to travel. She likes to travel a lot more than I do, but we've been to very many places, and within this, it's just good to just communicate.
Yeah. Yes. So the apartment was tiny, and it, like Walt said, it was me, him, our little Yorkie dog who had high anxiety, our baby boy who was just turning 1. He had literally just turned 1. And then our teenager who we decided to homeschool. So that was going to be a whole new experience for us too, because we had never homeschooled him. We've never homeschooled any child. So we were nervous, but excited for the new journey. The hospital that I worked at, it was for Orlando Health, and it was a great experience. We met wonderful people. I worked with a great crew. I had went in thinking I was going to be doing discharge planning, but I ended up doing utilization review because of my experience in many facilities throughout my travel assignments. I did utilization review because you just don't find a lot of people with that background. So anyways, I got to train new staff. I met new staff. I got to train new staff while I was there on utilization review. They were going to a different model in case management. So it was perfect. It was perfect. I loved it. We got to do so many things. So I'm going to let Walt talk about some of the fun stuff that we did in Orlando. As everybody knows, Disney's in Orlando, so there's lots and lots of things to do.
And there's a lot of other things to do besides Disney, and we will talk about that later on in this video. But I wanted to dive into my first experience with being a stay-at-home dad full-time.
Oh, yeah.
And, taking care of toddler, and also trying to keep track of our teenager with this homeschooling.
We had a lot of first experiences.
Yes, there were a lot of first experiences. And I can say that with the experience with just trying to keep up with a 8-9 month old and also a 13-year-old and them doing their homework, it was challenging to a certain extent. But whenever Charlotte would get off of work, she kind of take over everything else. Me, on the other hand, I would try to stay on top of our teenager with his schoolwork, which was a challenge. But, we got through it, and also trying to keep our 9-month-old occupied with just doing specific things. But yes, as Charlotte said, there were some great experiences, even though we live in Florida. Being in Orlando for 20 weeks was something that we weren't going to expect because it was our first time doing the whole travel assignment. But, you have Orlando, you have Disney, you have the Mall of Millennia, you have just the different lakes that they have in the area. You also have the Orlando Magic. I think it's the Orlando Sparks, or I'm not for sure what the WNBA team is. And you had one of the soccer teams there. We never did go to any of those events, but we did family things where we would go to Lake Eola. Yes, we'd go to the Disney parks, which was very nice to be able to, pick a midday week to go when there's less traffic. And it was just a very cool experience just being in Orlando and figuring out other things to do. And also the location that we're in, we were actually downtown. So when I wanted to get the boys and take them out, we'd go to one of the lakes, and there's a playground there usually, or just an area where the kids can just, Jaden I can push him around in a stroller, and Jonathan, if he wanted to go out for a jog, or if he just wanted to just go and walk around and listen to his music or get on TikTok or whatever. So, our experiences were excellent, but I'm going to hand it back over to Charlotte so she can talk about some other things that we may have experienced, or just things that we did when we were there.
So you were talking about just things to do, things that we did, Disney, all that good stuff. But also the nice thing is that Tampa's not far. So we were able to go to Tampa and visit Tampa for the first time. And we went to Busch Gardens while we were there.
Yes.
So if any of you all don't know who are previous military veterans, what is it called? Waves of Honor. So every year, starting at the end of May, going into the early July, you can get 4 free tickets for you and your family. One of those tickets includes you. So really it's three additional free tickets to go to either Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, or their water park. I don't remember the name of it. I'll try to link it somewhere. But yes, so you get 4 free tickets, and you have from that time frame, end of May until early July to use it. So we took that opportunity and we went to Busch Gardens, and it was really fun.
It was.
It's and we ended up getting the
all-day meal package.
It was like $25 a person, which I felt was worth it because you eat all day. You can eat every 2 hours, or
it's every 2 hours. Yes,
every 2 hours you get a free meal. So that was wonderful, and they had select places, but it was pretty much most of the restaurants, and then you could get drinks throughout the day. So it just kind of paid for itself. So that was amazing.
Yeah,
so,
and there were full course meals too. It was, you get your meat, it depends on where you go to. So you get your 2 meats, you get a side, it could be like French fries or some type of vegetable. Yeah. And you get a dessert and you get a drink. Yeah. And now the drinks are usually, you can just get your drinks as you're sitting. You can continue getting drinks. But as far as the meal go, you can't get one meal and then say you want to go for seconds. So, but they usually fill you up in that 2-hour time frame.
So, so there's just lots. There's more things. I mean, there was so much that we didn't do.
Yes.
Jumping ahead just a little bit, we actually did an assignment in Orlando twice. So our very first assignment, and then we came back maybe like a year and a half or so later and did another assignment, but it was with a totally different company. So, moving forward, so there's lots to do. We talked about things that we could do. Yes. We talked about our little apartment that we were in.
The apartment was probably, what do you think, 600 square feet?
No, I think it was like 500 square feet.
Yeah. The apartment was a single person apartment, basically. And if you have a significant other, whatnot, you guys would be okay in this apartment. But
yes,
it was.
Yes. It was tiny. So one
Yes,
thing that I had
yes.
asked the company, they wanted me to extend.
Yes.
The facility wanted me to extend. And of course, your company will want you to extend. So I love the people there, the people I had met, and the relationships I had already built. So I wanted to be there a little bit longer, but we needed a better living situation.
Oh
We
yeah. Oh
knew
yeah.
after the 3 months, we was like, no, 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 no. We need a bigger place.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
asked the company, hey, is there a way we can at least get a 2-bedroom? And immediately they said no. So
Shop around. Now listen, you in regards to traveling, you are the business person as well. You don't always have to say yes when it comes to an assignment because there are, as we've said before, there are companies that will accommodate you to your liking, or you can look for your own housing.
yes. So they said no. And so I told them I would extend not a whole another 13 weeks. I would only extend another 6 weeks because I was telling them this is too cramped for us and
Right.
this isn't going to work. So,
Yes.
and they weren't willing to work with us on that. So, that really kind of put a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth, but it was fine. We were like,
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll extend for a few more weeks.
Mhm.
And then I knew I needed to kind of get on the ball to maybe look for something different. So we did, jumping forward again a little bit. We did end up staying with that agency for the next assignment,
Yes.
but I think that next assignment was our last assignment with the agency.
Well, our second assignment was Texas. So we'll talk about Texas in the next video and the experience that we had there.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about regarding Texas. There's a lot to talk about regarding Orlando. Being that we are close to Orlando, there are other things that we've just discovered, and we've been in the state of Florida for how many years?
8, almost
We've
9.
been here for 8 years, and there's so much more to see in Orlando that we haven't seen, and that we just recently discovered some places whenever we went to go and visit again. So there's a lot to do.
So one of our favorite restaurants, we had at work, I worked in case management. So one of the reps had catered pizza. And I was thinking, pizza? Like, who caters pizza? Well, when I got to the room, it was a humongous pizza. And honestly, I think it was like a 23-inch. It was like a 22 or 23-inch.
It's in the 20s.
Yeah, pizza.
It's in the 20s.
Maybe even bigger, guys. I don't know. But
you have to eat this pizza with a knife and fork.
It was like,
basically.
It was huge. And I was like, whoa, what kind of pizza is this?
Yes.
So I ran home and I told Walt about it. I was like, there's this place called Lazy Moon. And we got to try it. I was like, the pizza was really, really good. I was like really impressed. So that became one of our spots. Like our son loved pizza. Our baby, he was again 1 and he loved pizza already. And so we went to the place. It was a very cool place. So if you guys ever in Orlando, and what road was that on? Do you remember?
I don't remember the road, but trust me, I think Lazy Moon.
Parameter? No.
I think Lazy Moon. I think there's only one Lazy Moon.
There's only one, but I can't remember.
There's only one Lazy Moon in Orlando. So if you're ever in Orlando, just Google Maps it or Siri it or whatever.
Lazy Moon was the place. What was another good place that we ate at?
There was
I don't want to confuse the first time with the second time.
Catania or something like that.
Oh yeah, it was a little Spanish. It was a little Mexican joint that we like to eat at.
Yeah.
That was close to Lake Underhill. It was good. It was good. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed the scenery and the people there. They were really nice. So, where else did we do? So,
like Charlotte said, if you ever go to Orlando, there's a lot to do, but there's a really nice mall that we end up going to, and I would take the boys on a daddy day out just to hang out. It's called Mall of Millennia. It's a really huge mall. You have restaurants all surrounding the area. and it was, it's a nice mall to just go and, if you want to shop or you just want to go to the food court or hang out. So
yeah,
that
not
was
too
another
far
thing.
from downtown.
No, not too far at all.
The nice thing is you can, like, if you want to go and spend money in Orlando, there's plenty of places to go and spend money.
Yes, there is.
If you want to go and just walk and enjoy the scenery, the downtown area, what was that called? The lake.
Lake Eola.
Lake Eola.
Lake Eola, yes.
Lake Eola was really
Beautiful.
nice. They had a nice playground for the kids. There's, of course, a lake there. And on that lake, they had these little paddle swans where you can get out there and you can paddle on the swan. They had nice little eateries that was like around the lake, like kind of sort of across the street. You can walk downtown. It's lit up. There is,
there are bars. There are different type of small shops. There's a lot to do in Orlando when it comes to just going, and if you want to go to a cigar shop, you can go downtown area and they have different areas, different shops.
Things are always happening downtown.
Yeah, it's always
always have events going on.
Yes, there's always something going on.
Yeah.
When we were there, we drove and we end up coming across where they had some things going on for St. Patrick's Day, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they had parties going on. You had your people in their green outfits and they had the green beer and all that kind of stuff. So there's the experience with the travel assignment was really cool.
Maybe this will trigger Walter to want to travel again.
When we're empty nesters. But if you have any questions, did you want to say anything else, beautiful?
I don't think so. It was such a great assignment.
Yes.
I think it was the perfect first assignment. Like I said, we were close to home.
Absolutely.
So if you could get an assignment like your first assignment where it's not too far from home and you can still drive home, I think that makes a difference because once you get a feel of, okay, I've traveled not too far, I've met new people, I've worked in a new facility, I did fine.
Yes.
I strived, I made it.
Yeah.
I didn't miss home too much, even though, I was still away. You'll be ready to venture out. I just, we were ready to, okay, we can go. Now, Walt didn't want to go out west. He was like, no, I don't. Excuse me. So he didn't want to go too far out. But there was no assignments like close to home. And then the agencies were telling me like, there's no money in Florida. Like you don't make good money in Florida. And, and I was like, okay, I mean, maybe we could like venture out to Georgia or, South Carolina or, somewhere like that, because I have a compact state license. So I can travel to some other states that participate in the compact, licensing. So anyway, we ended up going to that.
Well, yeah. So, when it comes to traveling, especially the thing that I think of is just our home as well. When you're away from your home and you go and you visit, it's just like you're just getting your Airbnb for that weekend and then heading back to your assignment location. So that's why I am reluctant to do the traveling again. It's been a great experience, but I also wanted to back up really quick and talk to you guys about our tenant in the one bedroom apartment that we were in. This person just could not sit still. 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, midnight, 8:00, whatever time frame, this person had the heaviest feet that you can only imagine. I
mean, but that's what you get though when you're in an apartment.
True enough. But this was all day. We'd be sleeping, like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? So, when it comes to just the experience, if you are looking for your place in an apartment, they set you up in an apartment, might be a good thing to look for your own location, an Airbnb, where you can have your privacy and you don't have to worry about your neighboring people in the other apartment area.
We were in an apartment like twice.
Yes.
One time.
No, more than twice. We were in an apartment several times. Sorry. Yeah. Arizona.
We were in an apartment twice.
We were in a condo.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
We were in another condo, kind of
But
apartment.
Arizona was really nice.
We will get there as well.
But we were in a condo. The other one was a condo, and we were on the upper. We were upstairs, so it wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We didn't have to worry about that. Yes.
Anyways, make sure you just get comfortable housing for you.
Yes.
Or you and your family, or you and your significant, whoever's traveling with you. Just make sure it's going to work for you guys. For us, the good thing about Orlando, the first Orlando assignment, was the dog park. So they actually put us right there where the dog park was. So we were able to just walk out our door right there in the back, and the dog park was right there. We didn't have to walk to the apartments. There was a cool lake
behind us. Yes.
Behind the apartment.
Yes,
so
behind us.
So in the complex, in the back of the complex, there was a lake, and you could actually take like a little canoe or something. It had like a little canoe. I mean, we didn't try it. And then there were signs about alligators and not.
No. When we saw the signs for reptiles and alligators, we were like, oh yeah, keep a close eye on our kids. So.
But it was really cool. It was really cool that there was a place that you can go back there. You could barbecue. You could have. I think they may have had like a fire pit or maybe something.
They had some grills back there.
Yeah, or something that you could just go back there and chill and in the evening. And so we never did. We just, we did stuff outside of the complex and enjoyed Orlando a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah.
Well, hey, listen, thank you for just hanging tight with us. We know we've kind of drawn it out, but we wanted to talk about our experience in Orlando. If you have a comment, please post them. Post your comments. We will reply back to them, and we will let you know what we experienced, or just give you some ideas of where to go and where to check out. If you're ever in Orlando, you have Walt and you have the beautiful Charla. Our channel is Mindful and Meaningful with Walt and Charla. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and yes, spread this word, because we will be posting motivation. We will be posting travel nursing. We will be posting information for, just everyday living, parenting. We're on this channel. You'll get all of that. Randoms as well.
Random emotions, random feelings, random thoughts.
Because we're only human. So, I mean, that's humans based off everything off of emotion.
Wherever the Holy Spirit leads us to talk about, we will be there to talk about it.
Thank you once again. Peace out. Love.